And Leila's shared some important life lessons. Your life lessons, we know many of them. We've been watching you as you take on and speak truth to power. You've been through a lot. I didn't know before I interviewed you that you've been to jail. That kind of makes sense because you didn't seem to have the fear of going back to jail when you were doing what you're doing. One of your life lessons that you had from Ben Voss was this idea of a life strategy, which I found very interesting. How many of us have a life strategy? You've written down a strategy for my life. Okay, Prof is going to school you here, so please pay attention. Over to you, Prof.
Thank you, KC. Greetings to all of the investors in the room, and a special greeting to Leila Fourie, the CEO of the JSE, a friend and a supporter of Trek for Mandela. Caring for Girls. Thank you. Casey, let me firstly clarify the jailbed thing, which was my mom, what my mom referred to me when I came out. It was detention without trial in the 80s. So just to clarify that part, it was political detention without trial. That's where I met Thandeka Gqubule, who wrote that book, Mr. Truth to Power. The whole idea of having a life strategy is something I learned in the 90s from Ben Voss, but before then, I had also read books by Miles Monroe. So a combination of purpose-driven life and having a life strategy enabled me to design something I refer to as a life blueprint. It has helped me to make decisions, to decline opportunities, and to take up opportunities. When I was invited to go to Parliament in 1994, I said no. At that stage, I only had a life purpose. And then from 1995, after meeting Ben Voss, who was shocked that I am wandering through life without a strategic plan for my life. So he was teaching us strategy for the Department of Justice, but also he said we also need a strategy for our own lives. And we've been taught this morning about investment, about what you want to happen during your lifetime and after your lifetime. And a strategic plan would allow you to determine where you put your money, for example, if it's not money, but where you go with your career. Let me just quickly say what happened with my career. I was asked to come to Parliament in 1994. It was a given. There were 10 of us drawn from our relationship, our background in COSATU. The others were in COSATU, I was at CARES. I said no because it was not aligned to my purpose in life. When I finished my term as a corporate sector, I got so many invitations to take up opportunities, and I chose to go to Harvard for a year. And then, of all of the jobs that I was given, the job I took at Stellenbosch University was the least glamorous and least paying of those jobs. But it's the most satisfying for me because I wasn't looking for glamour, I wasn't looking for pay, although it's good to be paid. I was looking for something that would give me a sense of purpose, or that would be aligned to my sense of purpose and my life blueprint. But we would say, since I had a life blueprint, why did I not take up an offer by the Judge President of Gauteng to come to the judiciary when I finished as public protector? I would say this is where your strategic plan is, because it is said that you will be happiest and most effective in life if you go to where your sense of discomfort about things and your unique capabilities align. And I thought that what I'm going to do at Stellenbosch University is what I'm uniquely positioned to do, and I still feel so. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's clap. I've been